Good morning. Today is Sunday, May 4th, 2025, and this is the weekly Bitcoin price forecast. So, looking at where Bitcoin went in the last week and where it could potentially go in the future. So, we are in the month of May. This is the first monthly candle that we have here. This is the monthly chart. And so it's gone up it went up to 97, so that's pretty good. And now it's back down to about 95 over the weekend. Usually there is some type of sell off during the weekend. That's fine. But next week, I think we will hit 100K, especially going into this Federal Reserve rate decision, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But there's a lot of signs that say that hey, we're going to be on the move up. So it's good times. It's definitely good times. It's been about 4 months. Like it's really been about 4 months. Like we hit this upper peak, and then you had 1, 2, 3, 4 months, and it's still kind of at 95 in this area. It's been stuck here for a little while. So, eventually it is going to get back up there. And I think that time is coming soon. Like there's a lot of things in motion right now. Um, and we'll see. We'll see. But right now we'll just keep to the chart. So, yeah, I mean, you've already seen the down slope down to 70 something K. And at this point, I think we can really just go to the weekly chart, get a little bit more granular. Running up to 106, we really peaked here, and 109 was the actual peak. So we had an attempt, couldn't do it, came down really all the way into tariff season. So like you came down to the bottom here, and Bitcoin actually held phenomenally during all this volatility. So again, this is the candle on the end of March. So March 31st going into April. This is when the tariffs hit. But then ever since then, you see it's just been on the up and up. And this is behavior that I've seen in the past too. I've seen this behavior back in 2000. It was way back when. This is actually what kind of got me into Bitcoin. So this is where's March? Oh yeah, this was right here. So Silicon Valley Bank, we had a huge bank crash right here, huge bank crash, and afterwards Bitcoin just shot off. So that really surprised me because it's like, okay, well you would expect if there's a huge bank crash, then Bitcoin would go the opposite direction. But I just don't think that's the case. It's really resilient in times of economic uncertainty, which we are definitely in right now. So I think we'll start to see it go much higher, but we gotta get 100K first. So we'll see. Let's see how this goes. Let's turn on the drawings. So I mean, at this point we're still in the bull flag, right? Well, actually, we broke out of the bull flag. Broke out of the bull flag, broke over the short-term holder realized price, which this has not moved much really. It hasn't moved since probably this move up, and it won't move until you get another major move up. But right now, you see it's kind of like right in the middle of all this. So once we get this line will end up moving up with it. We're gonna have to break all this area. So once we break 109, that's a great start, and then 117, like 117, 120, probably 125. If we break that, then it's just gonna be off to the races. Like there's gonna be no stopping this thing. Especially going into the end of the year, I think we're gonna have a fantastic year for Bitcoin for sure. It literally just gets better every single day. I'm not joking. It gets better every day. It's just new and new stuff that comes out and just shows you that hey, this really is going to be the currency of the future, and stuff that a lot of people are adopting. So, what are we at? We had this major rundown, right? So this was all the way from inauguration, really, that 109 peak, and then it was just a slow drag down to like 75K. This was rough. This was like 4 months, y'all. I'm not gonna act like this was easy. It was not easy at all, but these are better times for sure. So like we broke out of this area. We have broken out of this area. So you see we broken this high, and right now we're kind of ranging around this high. That's to be expected. To be expected that you'll kind of range because this was a huge accumulation area. But once you start breaking over 100K, you'll slowly start to churn up through this all-time high and eat this up. You'll face some resistance right here. I think probably around 105. But after that, yeah, it's off to the races. It is off to the races, my friends. And then this is the long-term channel. This is this green one, this upper green channel. This has been the channel that's been in for some time. So let's actually go to the weekly chart and see that. So we see prices really just been bouncing here. And so now you can draw this channel at this point. And we see it's moving just basically vertically. Like it's not ranging to the side either. It's like it's not even following the channel at this point. It's going straight through it. So that's what I'm saying. I think it'll probably be somewhere around 125 that you'll see it break out, and then just once it's there, you may see a retest to 125, and no, from there it's absolutely off to the races. So exciting, super exciting times. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Price really hasn't moved much this week. We see like it's still in some type of range right here. Parallel channel. You can do that, and then I mean that's like it's an upward range pretty much. Template uptrend. Okay, yeah, and then you have the moving average here too. So like the moving average is like right here, so that should be a reflection and going up to 100K. So I mean you got to break 98, but at that point you're pretty much at 100K. So maybe one more tap here, but you see it is just following this moving average pretty well on the 4-hour chart. Daily chart, we see it. We have a crossover. We have a golden cross here at this point. I didn't even see that, but you have a golden cross on the daily chart to where price has gone. The 50-day moving average has gone above the 100-day moving average, above the 200, and that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. And weekly, I mean, it's always just been up, but really on your major charts, it's absolutely up for Bitcoin for sure. So. No, good to see. Good to see. We're on the way up. Things are looking good. And I think 100K, you're going to see some really special stuff for sure. Okay, I talked about the charts quite a bit there, a little bit more than usual. But again, we'll stick it on Bitcoin and see what it's going to do. Major things coming up this week in economic news. You have the federal funds rate, which is going to come in. We'll see. This is going to be an interesting one. The next two decisions are going to be interesting for sure because if they cut rates here, it's going to send shockwaves through the global economy. Japan did not cut rates last time. They held their rates, so it's going to be interesting to see what America does, the Federal Reserve. I expect a lot of volatility in the near future. I really do expect a lot of volatility, and we're going to talk about some of that later too, because like some key people have also combated this too. They've come out and said, hey, there's going to be some real volatility here. And I mean, really, that's it for the rest of that week. You have Federal Reserve, and then May 13th, that's when you have CPI. CPI will come in. That's your inflation numbers, and that's kind of, it's pretty important to see what that is, especially right after a Federal Reserve rate announcement. So it'll, I'm thinking they may cut. We'll see, because like inflation has been on the decline pretty much, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, it's up to Jerome Powell and what they do, but I mean, realistically, they should cut rates pretty soon here. Even though I don't think that's going to make things better for most, just because there's some other interest rate plays here that largely involve Japan. That's why I talked about Japan earlier, but that's the whole yen carry thing, but I'm not going to talk about that today. Okay, Bitcoin power law. This is just a chart. I like to come see the chart sometimes on Bitcoin Magazine Pro. They got I don't know, like 40, 50, 60 different charts that you can like look at. But this has just been Bitcoin over the years. This is a logarithmic chart, so the scale is a little different. But all the way since 2010, it's just been following this channel, kind of staying in it. I will say, COVID really messed up this cycle. There was a lot of political pressure on this cycle, so I don't count this one as being the peak. You see, it didn't even hit this red line. Every other one hit the red line. So it's saying, all right, well, let's say by the end of 2025, it's saying Bitcoin could be at 530,000 by the end of 2025. I think that's possible. I think it's possible that we could see like a rapid ascent of Bitcoin during that time frame. And, absolutely seeing what we can do. It's incredible, y'all. Like, it is really incredible just to see what direction that we're going at this point. It's just like to watch it come all the way from down here. That was like May. It was like March of 2023. So all the way from here to this point, and now all the way to here, like that's a call. Like that's it's been fantastic. It really has. I've enjoyed it. And we're gonna keep enjoying it because it's about to get more fun. Like, we've done the hard part, y'all. Like, this is the hard part. We see it's above these former peaks, and now we're just really going on to the really hyperbolic stage of the process. Okay, this is the big one. I talked about key figures. Warren Buffett receives a standing ovation from a sold-out arena as he announces he will be stepping down from CEO at Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett has been the CEO for 55 years, making him the longest-serving CEO of any S&P 500 company. Truly incredible. So again, the Oracle of Omaha has stepped down after 55 years. What a number! It's just been, you see, this is a sold-out crowd. It's just amazing to see what he's done, but he's had words. Like, he is not confident in this market. He's been in cash for a long time, and this is significant. He said, hey, you should start looking for other currencies because right now the dollar has dwindled definitely in its buying power for sure, but we'll have to see. It's for him to step down at this point, I think, obviously he's 94, so it's not like he has a whole bunch of time left, but what a legendary career. What a legendary career for someone who's done finance at the highest level globally, and who the world has depended on. So definitely salute to all his contributions and whatnot. So shout out to Warren Buffett. All right, Peruvian Bull. It's just, I always got to talk about GameStop. I have to talk about GameStop. I am obliged to at this point because I think wonderful things are going to happen for GameStop. GameStop has absolutely outperformed everything in the last 5 years. It's outperformed Bitcoin. It's outperformed gold. Gold's going to do great things too. These are like my big three: GameStop, Bitcoin, and gold. I will keep these like pretty much for a while. I'll keep these for a good time. GameStop is going to do some incredible things. Bitcoin is obviously taking the world by storm. Gold is becoming popular again, and it's only going to become more popular as we get into, this is really hard money season in my opinion. So, but yeah, no, GameStop. I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. GameStop. That's the play, and it's coming soon. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be long. It is now. I now consider GameStop a Bitcoin play as well. I didn't talk about it. I've been talking about GameStop since June of last year, and even a little bit before that, but not publicly. Yeah, no, it's going to be incredible, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited beyond words, and we'll just see where it goes. So. This has been Chris Talks Crypto. Check out any crypto-based resources on christalkscrypto.com. And other than that, y'all, I'll see you on the move. Take care. Bye-bye.